So first of all, we'll understand how we get the human birth, very special. So there are two types of births. You might have studied in your science classes. Moving and non-moving. So whatever is moving is called as sthavar, non-moving, and moving is called as jangam. Sthavar is called as immobile and jangam is called as mobile. So mobile, you understand everyone? Mobile. Not mobile phones. Mobile means whatever is moving is called as mobile. Whatever is not moving is immobile. Sthavar. And jangam is mobile, whatever is moving. So humans have two divisions, moving, and there are some living entities which are non-moving like trees, they don't move. Stones, mountains are also living entities as per Shastras, they don't move. Like Govardhan, they don't move, they stay there. So, star madhye sthavar jangam dvi bheda, jangam triyak chala sthavar vibhedha. So, here the Rupa Goswāmī has been instructed by Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Jangam and Triyak. Among the living, moving entities, there are three divisions. Triyak, Jala and Sthalchara, Vibhedha. Triyak means the living entities which are in air. Birds, they are in air. Jala means those are in the water like fishes, different crocodiles, fishes. Reptiles, some of them, snakes, water snakes. Sthalchar means those are on the moving islands or lands, living entities like humans and some four-legged animals. Vibheda. So this is the three divisions. It's been given in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So when we move further, so there are 84 lakh type of species. We all know. How many human? 4 lakhs. 4 lakhs or 400, whatever. 4 lakhs. So out of the 84 lakh species, tar madhye manush jati ati alpatara. Alpatar means very, 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 very minute. So small in quantity is the human. Though we say 4 lakh, but sometimes people ask, how can the 4 lakh type of species? So there are some devatas in the Swarga Loka, some humans in the Prithvi Loka, some other demons in the lower planetary systems. And in the Brahma Loka also there are devatas in different planetary systems, 14 planetary systems. Even on the Earth planet, there are different kind of species which has different kind of modes of ignorance, mode of goodness, mode of passion. So on the probability of modes, the different person has a different attitude, different style of living. If there are 3 colors, basic colors, and with that 3 basic colors, the complete color combinations been created in the creation. 3 multiplied by 3 becomes 9, 9 multiplied by 9 becomes 81, 81 multiplied by 81, there are millions of colors. Some of the colors, some birds, we see that we have never know the meaning or the name of the color. Blue, cypress blue, cyan blue, water blue, sea blue, so many blue, dark blue, navy blue, so many blues. So, but out of all this 84 lakh, humans are very alpatara, very, very, very small in quantity. So one devotee asked Srila Prabhupada, how can we understand the importance of the human life? So Prabhupada said, if you go on the sea beach, and he took one dust on the sea beach, he said, can you tell me the probability of this one which I am holding it, one particle of the sand, how many particles of sand on this sea beach? And I'm taking the one. So this is very, very rare of the rarest. Prabhupada said, this is human birth. Sand, just imagine sand and one particle, this is human birth. So important. So how can we miss it without understanding the knowledge of Krishna consciousness? Tar madhye, in human beings also, tar madhye mlecha, pulinda, buddha, sabhara. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, out of moving and immoving, we are moving. Out of the moving, there are three types: Tiryak, Jalchar, Sthalchar. Out of the Sthalchar, there are Mlecha, Pulinda, Sabara, Buddha. Mlecha means people, those who are uncivilized, those who don't know how to take bath. After going to washroom, they have to wash their hands. This need to be told. Pulinda means unregulated. Those who are not regulated in their material life also. Their waking hours is not regulated. Their eating habits is not regulated. So unregulated is called as Pulinda. Then Buddha, followers of Buddhists are also there. And then Sabara, the lowest of the hunter class. Those who are hunting people are called as Sabar. So Shabri Mata from Ramchandra pastime. Sabara means those who eat pig. They're called as Sabara. So in Jagannath pastimes also we heard Vishwavasu was a Sabara Jati person. Sabara means those who do the development of pigs and they eat. So Shabri Mata comes from the same background of Sabara Jati. Those who are uncivilized, hunter class. And so Sabri Mata, when once come to know that family is planning to wed, so there are hundreds of pigs and dogs and horses will be cut on the marriage ceremony, she ran away. And she went to the Guru Maharaj, Matanga Rishi Ashram. And then she became a devotee of Lord Ramchandra. So Sabar is some it's very difficult to develop Krishna consciousness in Sabara, Pulinda or other school of understandings. So we are very lucky if we come to Krishna consciousness, understand. Now I'm just telling you the rarest, the rarity. And from the birds and insects we have reached up to the human life. And in human also we have understood the importance of this Krishna consciousness. Vednisht madhya aradhika ved mukhi mane ved nishedh paap kare dharma nahi gane. There are people among whom there are people those who are reading the Vedas and Vedic scriptures also, but they are not following the Veda Nishedha. This which is being prohibited in the Vedas, they are not following it. They read, but they don't follow. Veda Nishedha Paap Kare. Those is being prohibited in the Vedas, they do all the sins. And Dharma Nahi Gane. And they don't know what is Dharma. But they say that we are dharmic people. So this is also very different contradiction of human population, that they say that we are religious, but they don't know what is religion. So what is Dharma? What do you say? What is Dharma? Prabhu, you say, what is Dharma? According to you, what is Dharma?
It's a situation based, Prabhuji, how we born, how we take birth. Everyone is following their own dharma, they feel it is correct. But as per the Shastra, if we follow that and inspire from the seniors and listen to the Vedic version, so in Kali Yuga, dharma is
Nam Sankirtan, yes. So Prabhuji is saying Yug Dharma is Nam Sankirtan, and according to different places, it's Prabhuji, what do you think, Dharma?
Lord Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, that is Dharma.
So Prabhuji is saying whatever Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita is Dharma. As per you, Prabhuji?
Probably as per Dharma is to follow whatever is being told in Shastras.
Whatever is told in Shastras, yes. So we understand the Shastric thought of Dharma. Dharma comes from Dha Dhatu. In Sanskrit, Dhatu means like Lat Lakar, Lakaras, Dhatus. So Dha Dhatu means the nature of the soul. Dha means Dharma. So Dha Dhatu. Dha means Dharan karne wala. Whatever we imbibe in our consciousness, that is called Dharma. Imbibe. So if we talk about the salt, what is the Dharma of salt? Being salty. We have never seen a sweet salt. If we go for the sweet sugar, we have never seen the salty sugar. We have not seen the chili sugar. Salt. Sugar means a sweet. Fire has a dharma, light and warmth. We have never seen a cool fire. So this is against the nature of any element available on the planet. So we as a human, we are souls soul has a dharma, and that dharma is serving. Service is the dharma, which is imbibed in the nature of every human being. So they serve to their families. This is imbibed. That Prabhuji said, as per the situations. We serve policemen if he stopped on the red lights. We start doing the stutis, prayers to the policeman. Please let me go. Don't find me. So we do all the prayers and stutis. That becomes the dharma at that time. So Srila Prabhupada said, so we are serving to society, family members, our bodies, but one time we reach to the highest platform of serving to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. So when we reach to that level of service, so Prabhupada said, you understand dog and God's principle. People are serving dog, but they don't know the opposite of that is God, the service to the God. So the Aryans in the ancient India were the civilized human beings who were following the Vedic principles called as Aryans. So all the humans are the Aryan descendants because we follow the Vedic principles. So Gurukula, the best of the surgeries in the world come from India. The Shushrut Acharya was the first surgeon who started surgery and with all his own created instruments. And nowadays when our children wants to study medicine, we say that you go to America, Australia. Nobody want to stay in India. But the Vedic principles, Aryans started with all the literatural knowledge, scriptural knowledge. So in history, there are many traces, like Srimad Bhagavatam. We have the mathematic traces in India, Aryabhatta, the Bhaskaracharya, those who give mathematics to all over the world. So we were knowing everything and we were following everything which is even in the Shastras. So first come the Vedas, then comes the Vedanta principles as Upanishads. Nishad means sitting closer to your teacher is called as Nishad. Nishad means near. And Up means closer. So when you're sitting closer to your teacher, like you people are sitting, so if I give some instructions, that become Upanishad, sitting to the nearby guru and understanding. That's the fast is called as Upavas. Vas means residing, Up means closer. When you're sitting closer to the Krishna, it's called as Upavas. It does not mean that today is my fast, I will not eat grain, but I can do any other activity. I can go to zoo or movie because today is a fasting day. I am not going to eat grains, but else I can do. So Upavas means residing near to the Krishna. Maybe the scriptures or the japa beads or to the deities. And because I'm so engrossed in sitting near to Krishna consciousness that I don't have time to cook grains, wash my clothes, shave, wash my hairs, wash clothes. So that becomes the rules and regulations. Oh, Prabhuji, we can't wash clothes on Ekadashi. It's not like that we can't wash. We can wash. But we are not washing because principle of Upavas is near to Krishna maximum times. We can't shave, Prabhuji, on Ekadashi. The rule is not to shave. The rule is to sit nearby Krishna. So on Ekadashi, working people should take off. Sit near Krishna, read 6 hours, 7 hours, Shastras, do Mangalarti, evening Artis, Japa beats. That is Upavas. So Upavas does not mean only food. Upavas means sitting near. So first come Vedas, then comes Upanishads, then comes Vedanta Sutras, then comes Mahabharata. 1 lakh shlokas of Mahabharata. Then comes 17 Puranas. Then the final was Srimad Bhagavatam, the 18th Purana, which is the crux of all the Shastras. The resolute in Krishna consciousness, focused in Krishna consciousness. So, Veda Nishad, things which is prohibited, one should not do. That becomes religion, what is prohibited in Shastras. Now we are going further. So many people are there in the world, those who are following Vedas. So many organizations, those who are following dharma, They are called as religious societies. Dharmachari madhya bahut karmanishta. Among those people, those are following the religious principles, many of them are attracted to the fruitive results of the Shastras. We do Graha Pravesh and we want to do puja. Why? Anybody? We are doing Graha Pravesh, housewarming ceremony, and we want to do puja. Why?
We want the benefits of it.
Benefits of it. We want that have earned hard money and purchased 10 crores of a flat or a house should be protected by the Lord. So it's called as bribing the Lord in the form of puja, and please protect my 10 crore of property. So is it a puja? So when we are connected, dharmachari madhya bahut karmanishta. Karmanishta means one who is doing action for the benefit taking out of the Lord. When we are in fever or some disease, we go to temple and we say, Prabhu, I want to organize a special puja. For what reason? To protect myself. That is also karmanishta. For protecting myself. Koti karmanishta madhya ek jnani shreshth. Among those karmanishtas, there are very few people, those who are jnanis. Jnani means who do not want any personal benefit out of God, but he wants liberation. And liberation is also one of the benefit we want from God. Why we want liberation? Because we are frustrated from the material world. Office, family, pressures, diseased body. Oh God, please liberate me from this material world. This demand of liberation comes under personal fruitive results. This is called as jnanis. Those who know liberation, but they want for personal benefit, to get rid of their stress. People do suicide. People do so much of things and they get rid of their stress. This is called, they are demanding liberation. That comes in jnanis. So this jnani marg maintains is also an imperfect marg. So the koti jnani madhya hai ek jnana mukta. The person, out of the millions of such liberated person, very rare, those who is jnana mukta, who does not want liberation and say that I am depending on Lord. So just imagine we are moving from which level? Mobile and immobile. Reach to three kinds of mobiles. Then we reach to humans. Atil alpatar, very, very rarest. One dust particle among the sand particles. Then that human are dharmacharis. Then from dharmacharis there are people who are karma jnanis, karma, want to come for karma kandas. Then comes the jnanis among those karmis. And then among the jnanis there are jnana muktas. They do not want liberation, but they are still not loving God. Koti mukta madhya durlabh eka Kṛṣṇa bhakta. So out of millions and millions, you people coming to this Bhakti Vriksha are not coming by your own will. It is Krishna's will to take you back home to bad Godhead. It's not so easy. Anybody cannot come to this platform. We have been on to other platforms and that's why we are reached to this platform. Okay, so we people say that we are devotees, we have reached to this level. Now, in this muktatmas or devotees, those who are on this level, we take shelters of different spiritual masters. We want some spiritual master to come in my life and give me blessings, initiate me. Initiation means, what is initiation? What is initiation, bro? Any Mataji, bro? Yes.
Thing about you take initiation from your guru, so then you listen to them, so you get able to get back to them.
Okay, listen to them. Okay, you can listen without initiation also. You can listen anyone. Any other? Why we want initiation? Why we take initiations?
Serious commitment
To Guru. Okay.
We can't. Sorry.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
So that we can come in the disciplic succession chain, we can become part of.
If you have not taken initiation, are you not following disciplic succession? You are following it.
Prabhuji, because you can't reach Krishna without Guru's mercy.
Guru is merciful. Guru is merciful. Without initiation also Guru is merciful. In Chaitanya Charitamrita it's written that just by this tongue movement by the Hare Krishna mantra is not dependent on Purushcharya Vidhi. Any of the Vidhis of you have to be under shelter, this, that. Harinam is not dependent. And Harinam itself is independent. Nama Chintamani, Chaitanya Ras Vigraha, Purna Shuddha Purna Mukta. His Purna Mukta, Nam is Purna Mukta. It's not dependent on that. When you take initiation, then only the Nam will work. Nam is independent. Anybody can reach to Krishna. Why do we need initiation?
To establish the connection with the Supreme Personality for it.
That is by Hare Krishna mantra also you can establish. Yes, Mataji.
To surrender our ahankar on Guru's charan. And then when we surrender our ahankar, we basically.
Okay. Anybody else? Mataji saying ahankar. Okay. Egos. Anybody else, bro? Here.
When you get initiated, you connect with your guru.
Without that, you can't.
You cannot connect. You can connect, but especially when you get initiation, give you the right to do this one, your spiritual
Okay.
activity. Seriously.
Without that, no seriousness. Okay. So, initiation means opening a school. So, like somebody who's not taken initiation, he is in a preparatory school, prep classes, but you can grow in your school studies only once you take an admission in a school. So without admission in a school, it is like a preparatory classes. So initiation means beginning of your educational life. So initiation means beginning of education life. First is, Rupa Goswāmī says, Guru Pad Ashray, taking shelter of the Guru Maharaj. Then comes second level, Diksha, Shiksha, Adi, Shikshanam. You have to take education under the shelter of your spiritual master. Then comes Vishram Bhrena Gurur Seva. Very faithfully you have to serve your spiritual masters, Vapu Seva and Vani Seva. So when you take an admission in a school, your education is important. You have cleared IIT examination or some various great Oxford University examinations. You are admitted. But for what? For what reason? To study. If you have taken initiation and you are not studying Shastras, you are actually not initiated. Prabhupada said this. Initiation is just a formality if somebody is not surrendered in the Shastras. That's the Prabhupada whole night writing Srimad Bhagavatam. We say chanting is the principle. Holy name is everything out of the 64 limbs of devotional service. But holy name will also appear when we are surrendering to the Swarup Shakti of Harinam, that is Harikatha, Srimad Bhagavatam. If we are not surrendering to Srimad Bhagavatam, we are not deeply reading and studying the scriptures, we are actually superficially called as stamped devotees. Stamped devotees. Like we have Mahatma Gandhi, na? Stamped Mahatma. He is not surrendered to Krishna or Radharani. So Mahatmanas tumam partham devim prakrate mahashritam. Mahatma is one who is surrendered to Radharani. But we have never seen Mahatma Gandhi surrendered to Radharani. So he is Mahatma, but stamped Mahatma, superficially. So among political leaders, he was devotee. Among devotees, he was political leader. So that's the contradiction. So we have to be devotee in front of Krishna, that when we go in front of Krishna, Krishna can say, yes, he is a devotee. So when your spiritual life starts, initiation is Diksha Vidhanena. So initiation is one day process or a whole life process. So people say education is whole life, initiation is one day. That is a wrong concept. Initiation is a whole life process. Diksha vidhanena. Vidhane means process of initiation. It is not a one day that your name changed from Ruby to Radharani and from Karna to Krishna Das. So it's not like that. Initiation is a process, whole life process. You keep reading scriptures, and Prabhupada said to Tamala Krishna Goswami Maharaj that somebody who is doing managerial activities for the temple and not seriously reading and hearing the Shastras is only doing karma kanda. I can give you the quotes of Srila Prabhupada. So it's very tough that everybody has to go deep in scriptures. Then nobody can say that I'm not interested. I just want to dance, do kirtans, and I just like that. Kirtan will not appear if you're not surrendered to Srimad Bhagavatam. It will never appear. It will be musical instruments, it will be a musical concert, but it will not go deep into your heart till the time you are not surrendered to the Rupa Shakti, that is Sarup Shakti, is Srimad Bhagavatam of holy name. Radha bhajan yadi matinaye gelo, Krishna bhajan akaran gelo. If you are not surrendered to Radharani, Krishna bhajan will get waste. Radha bhajan yadi matinaye bhelo, Krishna bhajan akaran gelo. Similarly, if you are not surrendering to Srimad Bhagavatam, reading and hearing, your chanting will have no value. And that's why Srimad Bhagavatam has so much of potency and power that Rupa Goswāmī says, if somebody keeps the Srimad Bhagavatam at their home, it's like you are installed Krishna Vigraha at your home. Pran Patishthit Vigraha at your home. That's the power of Srimad Bhagavatam. So when initiation starts, it means that my studies will appear. So Gurudev on the day of initiation gives us one seed which is called as Bhakti-latā-bīja. So those who are initiated can share, where is that bija? Those who are not initiated don't know the bij, but those who are initiated, they can share. On the day of initiation, where given the bija, where is that bija? Where is that bija? Bija should be there. You've kept it in your lockers or somewhere. Where is the bija? So that we were chanting before also, Mataji. Heart. Prabhuji sing heart. Bija in the heart. Or anybody more answers? Prabhu? Where is bija? Prabhuji, anybody? Nobody has got the bija? Seed is missing? One devotee was sharing that one boy used to come to temple regularly, and parents were very disturbed that instead of studying, he go to temple every day. So one day, mother asked, what kind of food you are eating every day that has changed you so much? He said, I am eating Bhakti-latā-bīja every day. So bija means the seed we are eating. So for any plant, you need seed. Without seed, you cannot plant any tree, any flower, any food, any grain. You need seeds. So for bhakti, devotion, going to Krishna Loka, it's not a practical activity. It is, a seed is required. So what kind of seed we get? Prabhuji said the place is heart, but what kind of seed we get? Which seed we are talking about? Shravan, okay. Prabhuji saying bhakti. Bhakti-lata, so we are already, the topic is open. Bhakti-latā-bīja. What kind of seed? Which seed? Love. Prabhuji saying love, Prabhuji saying bhakti, devotion. And Prabhu? Seva, service. Okay. That is our natural tendency of a soul to serve. Mataji. Śraddhā, yes, śraddhā. So śraddhā, the kind of śraddhā the spiritual master having for his spiritual master, he imbibed that śraddhā inside you, because the 9 steps of love to Godhead, the first comes śraddhā. So that being is śraddhā, the faith. the faithful seed, the seed of bhakti. So now the bij is with us. So there are different bijas called as Gyan bija or Karma bija. We have to very, very expert. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says to Rupa Goswāmī, you can repeat after me. Mālī hañā kare sei bij āropaṇa. Mālī hañā kare sei bij āropaṇa. śravaṇa-kīrtana-jale karaye secana. śravaṇa-kīrtana-jale karaye secana. So Mahaprabhu is saying, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Mālī hañā, become a gardener. So somebody can say, we want to become devotee, Prabhuji, you are making us gardeners. So become a gardener, and that seed of faith which can lead you to the 9 steps of love of Godhead. āropaṇa, you have to sow the seed. Gurudev has given you the śraddhā-bīja, bhakti-bīja. Now you have to sow. Place is already opened by Krishna Bihari Prabhu, the heart. But we need mud to sow the seeds. You need mud. Without mud, you cannot sow the seed. If you want to sow the seed of any plant, you need mud. You must have done gardening. How many have done gardenings? Oh, no gardeners. No, compose. Okay. You have done gardening? You, Prabhu? Backside? Yes, you. What plant you sow? Okay, very nice. So when you bring the seed of sunflower, you sow where? In mud or land or rocks? Where? Earth. So earth need mud. Soil is required. So when you got the Bhakti-latā-bīja, where you will sow the seed? The heart is the place, but you need soil, mud. So what soil we are talking about in spiritual life? What is soil? Yes, you speak it.
Maybe the mercy of Krishna, because we can't.
No, mercy is not soil. Mercy is the fruit. we are starting abhi.
Heart which is fertile.
Heart which is fertile. So fertile heart, but which is soil? How to make it fertile? Soil, because before you sow the seed, you bring some hacks and everything, and then you do grinding of the soil, opening the area, removing the mud, and then you sow the seed deep inside. That is for making it fertile. But what is soil?
Faith.
Huh?
Faith.
Faith is the seed. Shravan is no. Yes, perfect. Hari Bol. Clap for Prabhuji. Hari Bol. You heard somewhere or you just came out? He just. Okay. So humility, the word comes from Greek word. Greek language is humus. Humus, it means the soil in Greek. Humus. Humus means soil in Greek. So, Hari Bol, welcome Prabhuji. Hari Bol. Yes. So humus means soil in Greek. So from there the word comes humus, humility. The soil of humility, you sow the seed of faith. If you're not humble, after many years of devotion, it means you have not done the proper sowing of a seed of a Bhakti-latā-bīja. So out of the rarest of the human form, we have, by the mercy of the Guru, Krishna Prasade Pave Bhakti-latā-bīja. The seed is there, now you have to sow the seed into the soil of humility. Some acharyas have mentioned it as like an attitude of spiritual life. Attitude. What is attitude in Hindi? It's called as manovritti. Attitude. How you see the circumstances, how you see devotees. So that is called attitude of spiritual life, living a life of devotee. So when you become a gardener, by the mercy of Guru Kripa, you get this bija, and now you have to sow the seed into the soil of humility. Now once the soil is being sown into the humility grounds, now you need to water, sprinkling it so that the seed starts growing. Am I right? Am I proper gardening? We're doing it right proper? Okay. So now you're watering. Watering is called as śravaṇa-kīrtana-jale secana. Secana means sprinkling. Secana. And śravaṇa-kīrtana, whatever we hear while we chant Hare Krishna, while we do Harikatha, while we listen Harikatha, that is called as śravaṇa-kīrtana-jale. So now the seed is there, this mud is there, soil is there, we have sown and we have done some watering, the sprinkling of the water as a hearing and chanting of the Shastras. Still, the seed is not coming up, sapling is not coming up, because the seed also needs sunshine. So, what is sunshine about the devotional life?
Sādhu-saṅga.
Yes, perfect. Clap for Prabhuji. All great devotees here, Prabhu. Your mercy is flowing. Yes, sadhu-saṅga is sunshine, because we shine when we together. Family which dines together shines together. Devotees which dines together shines together. So devotee association is actually sunshine. Now the seed has association, śravaṇa-kīrtana, and very happily one day we come in the morning and we see the sapling is there. Haribo. उपजाए बड़े लता ब्रह्मांड भेदी जाए विरजा ब्रह्मा लोके भेदी पर व्योम पाए. Upon being cultivated, this bija grows, the creeper starts developing, and brahmāṇḍa bhedi, Brahmāṇḍa is the universe. So we need such a strong creeper, not only gives us fruit, but before giving the fruit, this creeper will go upon, tall, and one day will break, not on the ozone layer, like in Australia, but also break the Brahmāṇḍa universe. Virja, you know Virja Nadi? Have heard of river Virja? How many have heard Virja? What is Virja? Yes.
The river which flows between the Madhya-līlā.
Okay, so why this name is Virja? It's very, very good to know why it is called as Virja. Raja means Rajoguna, and V means away from Rajoguna. So one who get away from Tamo and Rajo, Raja, that can cross the Viraja. Till the time you are in Rajogun, mode of passion and mode of ignorance, you cannot cross Viraja, because it's Viraja. Out of the ignorance and good passion, you can enter to the Viraja. So that when you in mode of goodness, Satoguna, that creeper will go Brahmāṇḍa bhedi jaye Viraja Brahmaloka bhedi paravyoma paya. So we'll reach to the spiritual planet. Above the Brahmaloka, Viraja reach to the spiritual planet. Just by śravaṇa-kīrtana, you are dripping the water every day. By association devotee sunshine, this creeper is growing. Now it's very easy. When you will leave this world, you can hold that creeper. It has been created by you, and you can just climb that creeper and reach to Guru Vrindavan Dham. Very easy, no? Easy or wrong? Difficult? It's very easy. Yeah. Tabe yaye tada upari golok Vrindavan. When this creeper will go parabhyoma, the spiritual planet will reach to the Golok Vrindavan Dham. The topmost planet in the Vaikuntha is called as Golok Vrindavan. Lok means planet, Go means cows. A planet where Krishna is playing with cows called as Goloka Vrindavan. Vrindavan means, one means jungle, forest, and Vrinda means the basil plant Tulsi. So the place, Golok Vrindavan, is a place where there are plants of basil all around, and Lord Krishna playing with cows, it's called go, loka, vrinda, vana. So if in your house there's cows and there's a lot of plants of tulsi and everybody is chanting and surrendered to Krishna, then that house becomes Goloka Vrindavana. Haribo. So if we have one tulsi plant, then we have one plant of tulsi. But if you have multiple plants of tulsi at your home, then it's called as Vrindavan. And when you touch the dust of tulsi plant and put on your forehead, it is called as getting the mercy of the Vraja Raja. Because where the Vrinda Devi is there, that soil is called as Vraja. So when you took the dust of the tulsi plants, it's called as taking mercy of Vraja Raja. Every day you can take Vraja Raja on your forehead. So then this creeper will go to Golok Vrindavan. Krishna charan kalpa vriksha kare āropaṇa. And then this will go into the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna and then go onto the desire tree where Krishna is standing in kalpataru vriksha, which will desire fulfilling tree. Whatever desires you have, it will fulfill. Just by your chanting on the earth, you have got initiated a bhakti-latā-bīja of faith. It is grown. You are showering the śravaṇa-kīrtana, and then just by the mercy of Gurudev, you are associating with devotees, and the creeper is growing. Brahmāṇḍa bhedi, growing. Virja bhedi, growing. Param vyom bhedi, going. Reach to Golok Vrindavan Dham, and then going to the lotus feet of Krishna, then going. Kalpataru all over. Because when you want to climb, the poles on the both parts, the rope should be strong enough. Here you are holding, and there the kalpataru is holding it. So it's now strong rope. We have to climb and go back to Golok Vrindavan Dham. So this is called Ras Tattva, very rasic thoughts. And when this kalpa vriksha have the limbs, have the creeper all around, then one day, one fruit will appear. Tahara vistari hañā phale prema phale. What is there? The fruit of love. What Prabhuji was talking. It's later. So śraddhā to prema. This is 9 steps. Prema phal will appear. Vistarite. It will expand so much, then produces the fruit which is known as love of Godhead. And in the material world, where the devotee is still present, like a gardener, regularly sprinkling by hearing Harikatha without fail, this creeper is keep giving n number of fruits, not one fruit, many fruits. And you will go into ecstasy of japa, ecstasy of kirtans, ecstasy of Harikatha, because many fruits in your heart. And now you want to distribute the fruits to others. How much you can eat? Then you become preacher of Krishna consciousness, and then you distribute that fruits among all other people, those who desire of it. So, becoming a preacher of Krishna consciousness is a very difficult task. So one day in one podcast, one person asked me, what is preaching? So I said, as per the Shastras, ecstasy of devotional experience is preaching. It's not about reading, it's not about making notes. That is good for our training purpose. But when you preach, ecstasy coming out of what you experienced is preaching. So when you have a glass of water and you keep filling it, at a moment comes when the water comes out of the glass. So that spilling out of the water from the glass is preaching. You are hearing, you're doing bhakti so much that now it is coming out of your mouth. How long you can hold it inside you? It's sprinkling out, spilling out. That is preaching. Ecstasy of Krishna consciousness. So this process is very strong. śravaṇa-kīrtana. Now, one very important. How many of you want this seed and goes to the lotus feet of Krishna? How many of you want? Okay, everybody. Somebody have already started the journey by initiation. But now, when you sow a seed and plant appears, the dangers are also there. The first danger is that some animal will arrive or birds will come and eat the creeper because very soft, komal śraddhā, very soft. Any bird, animal can come and destroy that creeper. So what is that creeper protection? We have to make a fence protecting, like tulsi plant and a net or something so that pigeons or birds or animals cannot destroy the plant. So you need a fencing. So we also create a fencing. The fencing, what is the fencing? Association is sunshine. You can't repeat the same quiz. Vaishnava brothers getting outside the fence. But what is fence?
Chanting.
Chanting is like śravaṇa-kīrtana is sprinkling the water every day.
Listening instructions.
Listening instructions. Shastra is śravaṇa-kīrtana.
Swadhyay.
Swadhyay comes under śravaṇa-kīrtana. Jalasichan. Abhakto ka tyag, okay. Yes, Mataji.
The 4 niyams.
4 rules. Nahin. So fencing is Vaishnava etiquette. Vaishnava etiquette is a fence. So Rupa Goswāmī said that if you are not properly following the Vaishnava etiquette, it's like a woman, she is married, but don't look to be a married woman because she is not following, putting red vermilion mark and the chain in the neck called as Mangal Sutra, bangles, a sari. We'll say that she is married. She looks not to be married. So Vaishnava etiquette is the etiquette we follow, looks to where we are married to Kṛṣṇa now. Like once a woman is married, what she do? She puts mark of a wedding mark. So one person who married to Kṛṣṇa after Diksha, he puts this mark for pleasing the husband, Kṛṣṇa. Pleasing the husband, putting the mark. She wears the Mangal Sutra, we wears the Kantimala. This is for husband, for Kṛṣṇa. When we get married, we change our gotra. So we can be some other gotras, or Malhotras or Gotras, the Bharadwajis or some, but now we all are Achyuta Gotra. So we are Kṛṣṇa family. So we are married to Kṛṣṇa, now we are Kṛṣṇa family. All Gotras merge into Achyuta Gotra, Kṛṣṇa Gotra. Now we are married, we have to follow the rules of husband's family. Husband family rules. You can't wear this, you can't wear that, husband will say, and woman has to follow. In Indian culture, woman has to follow what husband is saying. So here, Kṛṣṇa will say you have to wear dhoti, kurta, mataji, sari, putting tilak, this, that. Kṛṣṇa said through the acharyas. So we are following husband's rules. Food habits. We might be eating something else at our parental house, but once we are married, we have to follow what my husband's family wants to eat. So we eat only Kṛṣṇa prasadam because we are married to Kṛṣṇa. So everything gets changed. Wearing habits, eating habits, putting tilaks, chains, everything happens. So this is Vaishnava etiquette, and the most important part of Vaishnava etiquette that without these, the Vaishnava etiquette is an ornament of a devotional life. If somebody is not following Vaishnava etiquette, is not following the ornaments, when you are getting ready for some marriage functions, so what first thing Mataji requires? Ornaments. You have to go for a marriage function. So ornament of devotional life is Vaishnava etiquettes. What is? Vaishnava etiquettes. So n number of etiquettes. So if you are not following the Vaishnava etiquette, fencing, then you go off the fence. Off the fence. And that is called as offense. Then it's called the offense of the fence. Offenses. So if the devotee commits an offense at the feet of the Vaishnavas while cultivating the creeper of devotional service in the material world, this offense is called as mad elephant offense, hati matta aparadha. If small fencing is there, a small creeper is there, bhakti is the komal śraddhā. We are just doing, we have reached to the rarest of human community of devotees, and we have just got the Bhakti-latā-bīja by initiation. We have started, the sapling is there, we have been blessed. Yes, I'm initiated Bhakta. Suddenly we did Vaishnava Aparadh. Hati Matha means the sapling is very small and you invited elephant to come, and that is also not elephant, mad elephant. A drunkard like Qualia Pidhatina. So that elephant, mad elephant is coming. What can he do for Bhakti-lata? Finished. Fence by the trunk thrown away. Put the heavy feet on the Bhakti-latā-bīja. Then crush it. The beach has gone down. Now, if you try to again sprinkle it, can it grow again? It's gone. Crushed. Just imagine how difficult it is to. It is very good to go to Kṛṣṇa Lok by Bhakti-latā-bīja, but it's very difficult to protect it from outside. Mad elephants, which uproots the creepers and breaks it. In this way, the leaves of the creepers, when the sources has been taken out, the creeper leaves become dry. Once Srila Prabhupada was moving in America, and he saw there is a ground which is having grass. So some grass was dry grass and some was green grass. Prabhupada took his stick and asked, what is the difference between the two grasses? Dry and a green grass. What's the difference? So devotee said, it's brown, but it's green. Swamiji said, why it is brown and why it is green? Not properly sunshine. No, sunshine is equal to both. Not proper water, rains, proper, equal to both. So why one is drying and one is green? Why? What do you think? Disconnected from the sources. It's uprooted from the source. It's not the beach and the roots is disconnected. On upper ground the same, but the roots is being disconnected, and that's why this is green, which is connected, and brown, which is disconnected. So devotee puts tila, comes to temple, Hare Krishna, Hari Bol, but it's dry devotee, no rasa inside, because it's disconnected roots. Seems to be devotee, initiated, name, everything is there, but no connection from Guru Parampara, Shastras, because it's done many offensive. It's been disconnected. So how will it grow? It's green dry leaves, brown dry leaves. Whereas Vaishnava etiquette says, Tandera charan sevi bhakta sanevasa. Tandera charan sevi bhakta sanevasa. Janame janame hai ehi abhilasa. Janame janame hai ehi abhilasa. So that's the abhilasha, that's the desire of a devotee. Narottam Das Thakur says, always remember to please the predecessor acharyas. We people are not reading Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. How will we go deep into the Shastras which is written by acharyas like Jiva Goswāmī, Rūpa Goswāmī, Sanatana Goswāmī? There's so much of scriptures. So once I read this in one class, so I got a desire in my heart that I have to very fast turn up my reading practices. I will read all the Shastras of Srila Prabhupada. Then under the guidance of senior devotees, I will read other acharyas' commentaries. I will also read other books written by the acharyas. And I will deliver those people, those who can't get time to read such Shastras. So on that day, by the mercy of my Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada, I'm reading all the scriptures giving classes, which is very difficult to understand. Take out time, then 700 pages book, read, find out, and very difficult to understand. So I give my time, read, understand, make notes, go to different places and deliver the classes on different topics so that people can take benefit of predecessor acharyas. So that's my desire. And by your people's support, devotee support, I am doing it. Otherwise, very difficult to understand these topics. Shri Vishnu Chakri Thakur, as in Madhurya Kadambini, this topic is being given in very detail, what I am talking. So, on Sunday Love Feast, we'll carry on with the same topic of this śraddhā to Prema, how many obstacles a devotee feels, goes through. In very short, we'll try on Sunday class, we'll try to cover from, today we are discussing on the Bhakti-latā-bīja, then how the creeper will grow from śraddhā to Prema, we'll discuss it. Prabhu just given me freedom to talk. So, so I thought carrying forward this topic again. So, Narottam Das Thakur says the Goswamis are represented by one spiritual master. One cannot be acharya without following the strict principles given by the predecessor acharyas. So this time when Krishna Caitanya Prabhu and Siddharth Prabhu and other devotees, Achyut Siha Prabhu and all, called me, what can be the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam? So I said that if I am coming, I want to give something extra because you people are already reading and hearing Bhagavatam. So I thought of giving Vraja Bhakti from Bhagavatam, which is the literature by Goswamis. So this time we are going to talk on different Goswamis' lives. So and how they apply Bhagavatam in their lives. So we'll read the Bhakta Bhagavatam also and the Grantha Bhagavatam also. So both will be combined together in this Bhagavad Saptah. We're going to discuss about Goswamis' lifestyles, how they delivered, how they imbibed Krishna consciousness. What can we do in such scenarios where we are strangled upon the responsibilities of family life? It's very difficult. So this is our topic this time. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, as a gardener, you have to protect your Bhakti-latā-bīja. More than the watering, sometimes you cannot water tulsi plant, it can sustain. You might have experienced it. You cannot water sometime, it can sustain. But if cold weather is outside and the droplets of the cold weather comes in touch with the basal plant, so instead of giving water, the more important is to protect from the cold environment. So protection is more important than watering. Both is required, but water you can miss, but protection you cannot miss. Tatate mālī yatna kari kare āropaṇa. Protected fencing. Āropaṇa means a fencing of Vaishnava etiquette to be given the gardener, the devotee, with very great attention, very rapt attention, hearing, making notes and apply in life. Very great attention. Great attention is required. So otherwise this birth and death cycle will never stop. So there are many other principles. We are lacking in time. Just I'm forwarding topic. And the second protection, once is the Vaishnava offense. And second is, Kintu yadi latar sange uthe upashakha. Kintu yadi latar sange uthe upashakha. Bhukti mukti vanchayata asankhyatara lekha. Now you are watering to the seed, but while water, there are unwanted plants also grow under the same place. So we many times heard about unwanted weed, but what is unwanted weeds? Unwanted weed is a vancha, the desires, and this is not one, asankhya, unlimited. The vancha of bhukti and mukti. Bhukti means material enjoyment and mukti means liberation from the material world. So these two desires come among devotees also. They started with devotional practice, but later on when they grow in Krishna consciousness, and now by the mercy of YouTube, we are hearing so much which is not required to be heard. So that desire water is giving different kind of weeds coming out. Material enjoyment. Sabri Muni, 60,000 years underwater. He was residing 60,000 years underwater in Yamuna Jal, in Vrindavan, Mathura. Sabri Muni. And he was a great ascetic Muni. But once the Garuna Dev come to eat snakes under the water and the fishes, because Garuna Dev eats fishes and snakes. But Sabri Muni had a connection for 60,000 years. He get a desire that this family is my family. And he said, Garuna Dev, if you eat any of the single living entity here in Yamuna, I will curse you. So Garuna Dev, being a Vaishnava, he went away. Pratikarna kurvanti. You should not retaliate on such situations, because other person is not thinking about his bhakti. You should think. If you retaliate for tit for tat, he has gone, you also go. Should not retaliate. Many examples are there where the retaliation is not required. Devotee should tolerate. Tatte anukampam susimukshamanam. The more and more you tolerate, you will reach to Krishna Loka without doing any much hard work. Just be on your position, chant and tolerate. Do not retaliate among devotees. Whatever they do, accept the mercy of Krishna. Anukampa. Tatte anukampam. It's the mercy of devotees. If somebody is shouting, somebody is pointing out, noticing your doubts, many points, shortcomings, don't worry. Chant Hari. Go on. Ignore it. So best mantra is ignorabhyam namaha.
It's a new word.
New word. So that's the bhukti and mukti, material enjoyment. Sabri Muni, because did one offense towards the perfect disciple of Shri Krishna, Garuna Dev, one offense, 60,000 years tapasya, one offense only. Okay, count 59,000 years. But zero. In one offense, zero. What comes? New weed come up in Sabri Muni's heart, that I have to marry. Material enjoyment. Bhukti. So people say that he saw 1-2 fishes coupling together and that got the desire. No, that's not the reason. Not by seeing. It's because of the Vaishnava offense did towards Garuna Deva. When you do offenses, you go off the fence, and then enters the weeds will come up, and that weed, first weed is material enjoyment. You will chant Hare Krishna, but you want a big bungalow. You chant Hare Krishna, you want a big car. You chant Hare Krishna because Krishna will desire fulfilling. Your creeper has already reached Kalpataru. He will fulfill whatever you think while chanting. It will frequently you will get everything. But that are weeds. You have to understand that my purpose of chanting is not to get this all material enjoyments. Bhukti. If we get away from bhukti, then desire comes for mukti, liberation. We have seen many devotees that I am suffering from this disease, Prabhu. Please pray for me that I should get liberation from this body. Liberation. Whereas Sanatana Goswami, we have seen having sores on all of the body, and when insects come into the sores, and the insects goes out, Sanatana Goswami used to take the insects and keep it back onto the sore, that it is their food. This sore on my body is the food of this insect. How should I get away? No, come back, come back. This is compassion for living entities. So we have many such examples. One pigeon came to king's palace and said, "Please save me, Maharaj. There is one eagle behind me who wants my flesh." King said, "Don't worry. How much flesh you need?" He said, "What's the pigeon's weight?" "I need that much flesh." King said, "If I want to protect this pigeon, can I give you my flesh? Yes, human flesh is more better than the pigeon flesh. Very warm. Most of gulab jamun's here. So I need that flesh, human flesh. King took out his sword, cut the flesh of a thigh in the weighing machine, the percentage of the weight of a pigeon, he gave the same weight of thigh flesh to the eagle so that the pigeon is protected. That kind of compassion devotees had. And that's why their names are in Bhagavatam, literatures, Shastras. Our name could not come to the nameplate also. Wife said my, father said my, I said I. So we are fighting for keeping names on a house plate, nameplate only. And how will a name will come to Shastras if we are not compassionate even? So that kind of compassion devotees need. It's good background music, don't worry. So bhukti and mukti. Mukti means liberation. So should not pray for liberation. Nisheda acharana kutinati jiv hinsa lava puja pradishta yatra upashaka gan. Now more other weeds come up. These are the two basic weeds. There are other weeds come up. First is nisheda achara. Behavior not to be exhibited by a person desiring to become perfect. So kutinati. First weed is kutinati. Kutinati is diplomacy. Diplomacy. Sometimes you have heard the word diplomatic person. He is very diplomatic. So diplomacy. Other is diplomatic. He can be diplomatic, but we need not to focus what he is doing. We have to see we should not be diplomatic. The Shastras are not making us aware to point fingers on others, at least showing the mirror so that we can change ourselves. Is it? Yeah. Kutinati is diplomacy. Then Jiva Hinsa. Unnecessary killing of animals or the souls. Prabhupada has written soul. When you are shouting on any devotee, unnecessarily. Sometimes necessary is required, it's okay. But unnecessarily shouting, position and power showing attitude, that is Jiva Hinsa. Even if you're shouting on your kids, it comes under Jiva Hinsa. And now you will say, how can we control them if we not shout? You can control by love, care. Like Srila Prabhupada's father controlled him. Prabhupada at night, 12 o'clock, wanted to eat kachori. And the mother said, are you crazy? Let me sleep. It's 12, night. The father said, but he is hungry. His stomach needs food. But okay, food is okay, but only kachori, who will cook at night, 12 o'clock? Then Srila Prabhupada's father, Gaur one day, went to kitchen, cooked kachoris at 12 a.m. in the night and feed Abhay Charan Day. Then Prabhupada mentioning it in his class in America, you know why I'm loving you so much, all the devotees? Because my father loved me and I get that love from my father. That love, same I am reciprocating among you all. So if you want your children should be like Prabhupada's predecessors, Prabhupada's descendants, Prabhupada's followers, you need to love them. Shouting is a Jiva Hinsa. Mosquito killing and killing of animals in the name of cleanliness. We kill so many living entities. Pest control, what do you think we should do or not? People say it's required, Prabhuji, for otherwise termites, this all will happen. But Srila Prabhupada said if you kill one insect, you have to become insect in next life. Even one mosquito. That's the karma siddhanta written in Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 3. One mosquito. Just imagine if we have killed how many? Number of times. For one mosquito, one time mosquito. Then you will again enter into mosquito body, you will ask, Are again? Well, yes, you have killed how many? So difficult. So Srila Prabhupada once translating Srimad Bhagavatam at night, one mosquito came and sit on Prabhupada's face. Prabhupada do like this and throw inside and translate it. But devotees, Prabhupada, in yesterday class you said if you kill mosquito, you have to become mosquito. You killed right now one mosquito. Prabhupada said, no, I did not kill him. Well, no, Prabhupada, I just saw him. He is lying down there. Then Srila Prabhupada said, because I am doing the divine service of Srimad Bhagavatam. And I am doing service of Srimad Bhagavatam, and he is interfering in my service of Shri Kṛṣṇa Dev. That's why it is not to be considered as a killing. He will got liberation and he will take a human life, because while the service he was killed. So the purpose, higher purpose was serving Srimad Bhagavatam. So it does not mean you open a book of Srimad Bhagavatam and starts. Well, Prabhu, you are serving Srimad Bhagavatam. Intentions is more important than the presentation. Krishna knows. Even you cheat, Krishna knows. Intentions is more important than presentations. How you present yourself as a devotee. Intentions. So first is Kutinati, diplomacy, Jiva Hinsa is second. Third is Labha. Profits according to the material calculations. So devotee also sometimes cheat other devotee. You can take this car, I want to sell Prabhu or Mataji in this much amount. I am your god brother, or I'm same movement people, please take it. And when somebody purchases, later on other devotee tells, oh Prabhu, I could have cut you lesser amount, it's very high. You are cheated. Cheated. Then starts cribbing, criticizing, complaining. Whatever happened is happened now. Ball is gone. So do not criticize. So sometimes it happens because of labha. People wants out of chanting Hare Krishna the profits also. Then comes puja. Puja is the satisfying the mundane people. While chanting, we want to satisfy the mundane society people. So we try and satisfy them. Adorations, achievements, satisfying others. You would satisfy Krishna. Ek Krishna. Asmin tushte, jagat tushte. If Krishna is satisfied, everybody will be satisfied. If Krishna is unsatisfied, you satisfy n number of people. Out of the world, you will get number of people who will say, I am not satisfied from you. Because you are not satisfied the mool, the root of whole creation, Krishna. Asmin tushte, jagat tushte. You just satisfy Krishna. The puja is there. And then pratishtha. Important man in the material calculation. You want to become important man. You want people should worship you. You need some position. Prabhu, I am serving last 7 years, 10 years, 20 years. Why I can't become the president? I need to open one special temple and I will become president one day. Puja, labh, pratishtha. So this pratishtha, which is the fame and name, is Bhaktivinoda Thakur says is lower than the stool of the hog. Pratishtha kami ati sukshma sukira vishtha. Pratishtha kami ati sukshma sukira vishtha. Pratishtha. People should respect me. Bhakti Siddhanta Sasi Thakur in Gaudiya Math, I was reading Bhakti Siddhanta Vaibhav, biography of Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Sasi Thakur. It's written, if somebody used to take sannyas in Gaudiya Vaishnavas, he used to ask, are you going to clean the utensils in the kitchen of the Gaudiya Math? Oh, I'm sannyasi. Then what? The more you grow in the designations, the more lower you should become, lower than the blade of grass. The target is like that. But we become like material, but I am initiated. I am Brahmin initiated. I am president. So we are growing like this. Instead we should go like this. Why? Because in spiritual world, the kalpataru which having the creeper is reflected is opposite of the spiritual words. So if you want to go top onto the spiritual world, you have to go down in the material world. If you go up here in the material world, in spiritual world you are down. Because it's reciprocation, resemblance, the tree upside down. So more you down you go and reach here, you are the topmost Golok Vrindavan. It's not only to speak, you have to become. Imbibe in your life. So this is unnecessary creepers which come up, which is not required. This is weeds. And when weed is there, you have to uproot them as soon as possible. So if one does not distinguish between the bhakti creeper and the other creeper and keep sprinkling water, misused, nourishing, the bhakti creeper is curtailed, stopped. It will not grow. So when tulsi plant is there and many weeds all around, if you do not take out the weeds, the bhakti, the tulsi Maharani is the representation of bhakti Maharani, will not grow. When people ask, devotees say, Prabhuji, tulsi is not growing in my garden. Weeds are there. Yes, many weeds. Uproot them. Take out all the weeds. The moment they take out weeds, put proper water and then fertilizing the soil area in the pot, and they see the Bhakti-latā is growing again. So this is how it is explained by Srila Vishnu Thakur in Madhur Kadambini. So devotee who is intelligent, he must cut it down instantly, all the weeds coming up. The real creeper, the Bhakti-latā, grows nicely, returns home back to Godhead and takes shelter of the lotus feet of Kṛṣṇa. And the day when you leave this world, you will get the Prema fal. Prema fal pakki pade mālī aswade. Prema fal pakki pade mālī aswade. Lata avalambi mālī kalpa vriksha pāye. So the prem fal, the fruit of love of Godhead, if the creeper is growing properly, it will go to lotus feet of Kṛṣṇa. And there is a prem fal. And you go, enjoy the bliss of prem fal. You just close down your eyes in chanting. You are not envious of any devotee. You are loving all, seeing everybody on equal platform. No requirement of any pratishtha, pad, kamini. Chanting Hare Krishna. Prem fal will appear in your heart. And you will relish that Krishna consciousness. So this is what the creeper of the seed of devotion. It's very deep. I just finished it in some time. So we can have some questions now on the same topic. Yes. We have mic? Yeah.
Prabhu, if you kill a mosquito and become a mosquito, then if you kill a human, won't you become a human?
So he is asking, if we kill a mosquito, we become mosquito. If we kill a human, we'll become human. No doubt you will become human, but not here in Narkaloka you will become. You will get all the problems, all the punishments in the hell. You will get a special body called as punishment body, Yatana Sharir. And there you will get all the yatanas, all the punishments. So even on the earth planet we see the people, those who do wrong, they are behind the bars. They are humans, but behind the bars. So they get punishment by the police people, You know that? So don't do crime.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for the wonderful class. And welcome again to Perth. Very happy to have you back.
Thank you.
My question is, you in the beginning of the class you mentioned about karmis, koti karmis is one jnani, but we see that bhakta is very elevated position.
Yes.
But even in bhakti we see devotees doing this sort of things,
karma
kandas or jnana or so. How do we understand?
So Śrī Rūpa Goswāmī is mentioning Anna avilashita shunyam jnān karma adi anavritam anukulen Krishna anusilanam bhaktir uchyate. So bhakti, uttam bhakti is anya avilashita. Anya avilashita does not mean you do have no desires. Anya means other than devotion there should be no desires. So devotees, those who are in karma kanda or a jnana kanda, so this is called as mixed devotional service, mishrit bhakta. And Rupa Goswāmī is saying an abhilashita shunyam, the desire other than Krishna should be zero. An abhilashita shunyam jnana karma adi anavritam. Anavrit means uncovering with the jnana and the karma. If there's little tinge of karma kand is involved, that Prabhu, I was a devotee of Durga Mai in my past life, so now I'm Krishna devotee. But is it wrong if I go to Durga temple and worship? I'm worshiping Krishna also. It's not wrong, but it is obstacle on the pure devotional path. It is a mixed bhakti, mishrit bhakti. If you do jnana kanda, that I read Vedas and I accept Krishna as God, but Prabhu, I have to understand the varna ashram, I have to understand this, I am reading this scriptures, because of the different objective of understanding varieties of knowledge. That is the obstacle in pure devotional bhakti. So Rupa Goswāmī says pure devotion, uttam bhakta means an abhilashita shunyam, the first factor, no desire other than Krishna. Then jnana karma adi anavritam, uncovered, ignored, it should be pure devotion only to Krishna. If it is tinge, it is mishrit bhakti, it's not shuddha bhakti. Then third is anusilyam Krishna anushrilam. Whatever is pleasing Krishna, we have to follow that. We should not follow what is not desired by Krishna. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Puranas or Chaitanya Charitamrita. We have to follow what as it is been given by Shastras. Even I was reading Srimad Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's commentary on Nectar of Instruction. His name is Piyush Varshini Commentary by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, even if you are doing kirtan with the purpose of money, doing kirtan, Hari Krishna kirtan, with the purpose of money, it is a prajalpa. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is writing. Because your katha or kirtan should be nishkam, without any desire. It should be serving anukulen Krishna anusilanam. You have to follow the path of continuous bhakti for pleasure of Krishna. If it is some other objectives, even in devotional life, that are the obstacles to the pure devotional life. So there are three factors: an abhilashita shunyam, jnana karmadi anavritam, anukulen Krishna anushilnam, bhakti uttama. That is uttam bhakti.
So those who are initiated, who have already got the seed of faith in their heart, and they are trying to cultivate the creeper so that it grows.
Yeah.
But having all these, tendencies, would that still affect the creeper?
Obviously.
From the growth?
Yes, that are the weeds which I have talked.
Yes, so
Karma bija, jnana bija. So that weeds will come up, unwanted desires will come up, and that bhakti-lata will stop growing. And if you don't pour proper water, the water you are pouring, but is going on weeds, not on the proper bhakti-lata seed. And the bhakti-lata will be restricted to some limit, and you will be devotee in the devotee circle. But because of the karma and jnana, the creeper will not reach to Krishna loka. It limited and restricted to some limits.
Yes, because we see that it is very common, even amongst devotees. Although we hear that Harinam is the only process for this age, devotees still have faith in other things, yajna and so many other things.
So that is they are restricting their spiritual life. They're limiting their spiritual life. It is an n number of innumerous growth, exponential growth. If you dedicated Ek Krishna Nam Sarva Papshay, if you've dedicated, come to Krishna consciousness, no requirement. All the other devatas, all the other karmas, all the other yajna has been done. Who has reached to this process of Krishna consciousness? Already you have done in your past life. So don't go down, you have to go up.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Any other questions? Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Very nice to see you, and your smile is so blessing.
Thank you.
And we are all feeling that bliss. Thank you very much for this auspicious katha. My question is regarding the preaching, and one of the part of the question with the yajna as well. So first part, when you say our purpose is done and we are full, our cup is full and now it is flooding, it is going out, and the preaching should come that way. But with initiation or Brahminical initiation, we could see in various places, people try to push other devotees. In fact, still not inclined in some of the services by themselves. One of the things, even neophyte can find those things. This is the first point which I want to listen more on that. And the second one,
Pushing into services.
like they themselves is not that inclined, but as you said, we should be Vaishnava etiquette. Should be Vaishnava etiquette. They're not fully absorbed that knowledge, but still in the preaching services. So in that case, it is little unadjustable. I can see to be humble and to be up to that platform.
I got your point.
Yes. Thank you. And second one is when you say about yajna. So how about in Mayapur, the devotees are learning about the Narsingha yajna, Vishnu yajna, and other yajnas.
Yeah.
Still, they are inclined to serve the Supreme Lord.
Yeah.
What about that theory? How you want to explain that? Thank you.
So first we answer the second question, yajnas. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita chapter 10 verse number 25, Yajnanam japo yajnasmi. So among the yajnas I am the chanting of the holy name in Kali Yuga, Krishna Nam. Bhagavad Gita says, Srimad Bhagavatam says, Nama sankirtana yasya sarva pap pranashnam pranamo duksham nastam namami harim param. The final conclusion of Srimad Bhagavatam is Nama sankirtana. So Gita is saying, Bhagavatam is saying, Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Harer Nam eva kevalam kalo nastev gatir. Purana says, Padma Puran says, Shivji is saying that Aradhana Nam Sarvesham Vishnu Aradhana Nam Param Tasmat Paratam Devi Tadya Nam Samarjanam. The chanting of the holy name is the topmost devotional practice. So we have the references from Puranas, we have references from Chaitanya Charitamrita, references from Bhagavatam, references from Bhagavad Gita, where all the Shastras saying chanting of the holy name. So yajna done for the people, those who are not completely in Krishna consciousness. So like Prabhuji said, people have tinge of requirement because it is a step by step. Everybody cannot reach to the last stage of Krishna consciousness. So neophyte people, when come to Krishna consciousness, they need some actions to be done. So for them, in the installation of deities, housewarming ceremonies, so there is yajna being performed, but at least that is for the service of Krishna. Narsingha yajna means Krishna. We are not invoking any of the devatas there. We don't invoke Ganapati or Shiva or some other. Even Shiva is a devotee we can invoke. But if even they invoke devatas, Indras or Varun, but as a servant of Krishna, because the devotee is a perfect devotee who knows how to invoke other devatas. But a Brahmin or a Panditji from a Karma Kand section, he invoke all other devatas in the form of God. That this God will arrive, this God will arrive, Ahvan, every other devatas. So even we want to do yajna, we should consider a devotee should do the yajna, because devotee knows Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. So that's a matter of consciousness. Second, if devotee is not perfect knowledge, so it's okay. Knowledge, different people has a different regime or different understanding of the Shastras. So we should understand that somebody at least helping us in growing of Krishna consciousness. So instead of seeing somebody's growth, we should see our growth. Like if my connection with my Siksha Guru is like that, he loves me, I love him, and I never boosts my knowledge in front of him. Guru mora murk dekhi korila sashan. So in front of my spiritual master, whosoever, Siksha Guru, a leader who connect me or helping me to grow, I have to be humble. My knowledge is for the other world to connect them, but not to boost around in my front of my spiritual masters. Because somehow the other way, now I am growing. But the day when I was not knowing anything, he was the one who held my hand and brought me in Krishna. So for that reason, we have to serve him whole life. Not one time, whole life. And I will serve him because he brought me in Krishna consciousness. So, and he always says this, that he did 10 programs, I am doing 1,000 programs. But he says, I have found a very good part in you, that you are non-envious of devotees and you are always saying my name and saying thank you. That gratitude is within you. That gratitude is helping you to grow in Krishna consciousness. You got the answer? Yeah. Hare Krishna. Yeah, anybody else? Any questions? Yeah, Prabhuji. Yeah. Some elevated question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Welcome to Perth again.
Yeah.
Nice to see you coming here, giving us sabta and association and your wonderful class and a wonderful smile, as Prabhu say. Because I'm very happy to see you. So my question is, again with the little mosquito. So, sometimes as we become devotees, we all know we shouldn't be harming or killing or hurting any living entity. But sometimes that, it comes into your house, into surrounding and all that, but you have no choice but to kill it or to try to get them away. And if you don't get them away, you must put some poison or you call it pest control or whatever. So that is not a choice that you want to do, but in our heart, we don't want to do it. So how to overcome, how to we sort of atone for this kind of situation when we in our heart we are not intention to do it, but because of some whatever choices that we have to make, that we have to get rid of them so that the house become clean of all these pests.
So in that case, we should be very much concerned for the living entity, and we should do some kirtans for them. We should do some chapters of Bhagavad Gita recitations for them. We should sprinkle some water, Ganga Jal, on those termites or rats or something. And then as in thinking that this house belongs to Krishna, he is head of the house, I am doing it for Krishna. Oh Krishna, please bless, like in the Kartik month we heard that mouse just get lit up and get the best of the human body. She became the queen in the next life, Litika. And Dharmottar Puran says she became Litika in next life. And the king used to ask, my other daughters are not doing this deep dan in the Kartik month. Why you are so much focused? I never told you. She said, I was mouse in my last life. And unknowingly I got lit up and my whole body burned in front of Krishna. So in that case, she got all the other species, she did not go. She straight away became a human, and that too a devotional human, and then married to the king of Kashi, and then got the liberation, went back to Golok Vrindavan. So we have so many examples like that. So thinking Krishna is your house. We do not want to kill. Our intention is just to make this house clean. Please give them human bodies and some chanting mantras, some Ganga Jal, some recitation of Bhagavad Gita shlokas. With those intentions, okay, we are doing pest control. We are putting more cleanliness so that your bhakti can be grown up in this house. For this purpose we can do, but not every time. Because we say it's Krishna's house, but we know it's our house. So if at that intention of our house cleaning we do, we'll get reactions. Because Srila Prabhupada, in the service of Srimad Bhagavatam, he killed mosquito, but he said because like Arjuna killed so many warriors on the order of Krishna. So no reaction Arjuna has. But if Arjuna killed even one after the battle is finished, he will get reactions. That was why Krishna says, Arjuna, you're not killing these people right now. It is your mistake because you are Kshatriya. After this war, if you do not war right now, battle, later on the Duryodhana will crib you that you ran away from the field at that time. And when he will crib and when he will shout, because you are Kshatriya, your blood will become warmer. And then you will kill him. And when you kill the Duryodhana at that time, you will get reaction. Because that is not my order. There my order is here. So we need to consult the counselor or the spiritual master, and with the very great intention of serving those insects, making them humans, we do that with intentions, a more important intention. So Prabhupada used to say, it's better to keep cleaning with a Vedic way, not use pest control. Like for mosquitoes, you can put nets, some coals you can burn, some herbs you can burn, but instead of killing them, try not to kill. Best things. Yeah.
Chant Hare Krishna today.
Yeah. Yes, that's best. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Anybody else? Over? Okay. So Krishna Bihari Prabhu is the last one.
Anyone else? Any questions? Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for your lecture. My question is not related to the class today. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Recently, I just read about Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 4. There's a verse made me confused about Shiva's appearance. We all know Shiva was appeared from the
eyebrows, yeah.
But in Bhagavatam Canto 4, chapter 7, verse 17, says, Daksha was prayer to Shiva, and he said, you were created first from Brahma's mouth.
Yes.
And I was a little bit confused from eyebrow here, from the middle of the third eye, or from his mouth. Which one is the?
So actually, what happens, Mataji, that there are different incarnations of Rudra. So one of the Rudra's name is Shiva. So there are 11 Rudras being discussed.
Yeah.
So there are 11 Rudras and 11 Rudranis, the consort of Shivas or Rudras.
Yeah, Rudranis.
So sometimes the Rudras been appeared from the mouth, sometimes from the middle of the eyebrows.
Okay.
So Shiva is, we never know. Shiva is talking about which of the Brahma, because there are n number of Manvantaras, n number of Kalpas, and which Kalpa Shiva is focusing. So we should not go and get confused. We have to accept whatever Shiva is saying in that case.
Okay.
Because like Lord Varaha appeared from the nose of Brahma.
Yeah.
So but Varaha is independent God, Krishna is independent. He just took the gate of nose of Brahma to appear in the material world. But Brahma is not the father of Krishna. Similarly, Shiva is not the father of Brahma. Shiva is direct incarnation of Krishna himself. Hari and Har is same. Shiram Dadhi Vikara Vishesh Yogat. In Brahma Samhita it has been mentioned. So Krishna is milk and Shiva is the curd. So milk can become curd, but curd cannot become milk.
Yes.
So in that case, Shiva can take any of the body parts to appear. Sometimes eyes, sometimes middle of eyebrows, sometimes mouth. So it's like that.
Okay. So we know Sadashiva is in the spiritual world.
That is Vishnu.
Vishnu.
Yeah, 400. Sadashiva is 400 Vishnu. Yeah.
So we say Śrī Advaita Acharya is come from Sadashiva also, right? So even though Lord Shiva in this material, who is residing in a mountain Kailash, he's also from Sadashiva, right? So if Sadashiva wish, he can appear any form in the same time in this material.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. Right. And also one of the things you have to understand, Mataji, that like in Golok Vrindavan Dham, there is like our eyes. Golok Vrindavan like our eyes. The black part, the pupil, the black part is Krishna's lotus flower. And the white part in our eyes, sclera, the white part is called as sclera in pharma field, the sclera. So the white liquid in our eyes is Navdeep Dham in Golok Vrindavan Dham. So center part is Krishna Vrindavan and white part is Navdeep Dham. And that is why Vrindavan and Namdev is non-different because it is one part of I. Okay, so when Advaita Acharya is doing pastimes in Navadip, so he is originally known as Advaita Acharya. But when Advaita Acharya appeared in the material world, so then Mahavishnu and Sadashiva came into the eternal body of Advaita Acharya. Understanding? Advaita Acharya is already there in the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But when Advaita Acharya appeared in material world, then Sadashiva and Mahavishnu appeared into the body of the eternal Advaita Acharya. Like in Yashoda Mata's case, Yashoda and Nand is the eternal parent of Krishna and Golok Vrindavan Dham. But when Yashoda and Nand appeared in the material world, in their body, the austere people of the past life, Drona and Dhara, also came and merged into the eternal body of Yashoda and Nanda. So that the devotees can have the bliss of association of Krishna because they want Krishna as their son. So Krishna gives this special facility to special devotees that you can come into the Nitya Parshad's body and get the same bliss the devotee is having.
So this made me think about another question.
Yeah.
Sorry. We say if we go back to Goloka Vrindavan, if the soul, a jiva, can go back to the Vaikuntha or Goloka Vrindavan.
Right.
So they will never come back according to the Bhagavad Gita, right? But unless they come with Krishna to perform the pastimes. And when the pastime finish, they will go back. But there's also Shastra said they are always here in this. Just we can't see them. Like in Vrindavan, the pastime still on.
Nitya-līlās are there.
Yeah, but we can't see them. How do you?
So like that. So Krishna's, the devotees, like we see in Dwarka-līlā, Krishna made the Dwarka people fought together, finished them, went back to their palaces, demigods or whichever loka they came appeared, and some Nitya Parshads came from Krishna loka, they went back with Krishna. So, but like the power the Krishna having, the same powers their Parshads also having. Like in our deities, Krishna can appear. Srila Prabhupada deities, Prabhupada can also appear. That Siddhi is called as Arnima Siddhi, Mahima Siddhi. In that Siddhis, Krishna can become very smaller, minute than a dust particle. And that's why Krishna entered into the dust particle as an atom and made the dust particle fly. And Prabhupada says, even a dust particle cannot fly if Krishna is not inside. So similarly, if Krishna can enter into a dust particle, can't he enter into the deity of a Krishna? Krishna can enter, that is called as Pran Pratishtha. Krishna entered into the deity of Krishna. And similarly, Prabhupada deities is not only a faith factor. Prabhupada, being the Nitya Parshad of Krishna, get that Siddhi called as Adima Mahima Siddhi. Prabhupada becomes very small, entered into the fiber particles of the deity and become the original living Prabhupada deities. So Nitya Parshad also have the same power to expand, to enter into the deities.
Okay, another question. I'm sorry, I got another. So you said, you just said the Krishna will go into every atom, right?
Yes.
So in our body, we have not only one Paramatma, we have thousands and millions.
Yes, we have so many bacteria in our body.
Yes.
Each bacteria has soul and each bacteria has Paramatma.
Yes.
Yes,
So
that's
we have
there.
many
Paramatmas. But like you have seen in physics, there's a light combination of different bulbs together. When one bulb is called as a master bulb. If master bulb goes off, the complete sequence of lights closes off. So one Paramatma in our heart, that is the master bulb. And other small bacteria having the small, they are in sequence of that main. If main goes off, all other goes off.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
I have a question probably regarding that. So,
Mike.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you, Mataji, asking this question. Because this question was in my mind for a long time. Now I got the opportunity. So if this jiva goes back to the Godhead with that process which you explained, if we not doing any faults, then what happened with those ones, other Paramatma, other bacteria, other enzymes sitting in our body? Can they be liberated or can they be given another body to get the chance?
They are into the smaller species of an insect body, like we discussed Tiryak yonis and the other jivatmas. So they are on a conveyor belt. Human life is like a junction point, and they are like on a train which has different stations, but junction is not, they cannot change. Human can change the destination from a junction point, a junction station, one can change the train. But in some trains, when their junction is not there, small stations, you have to go carry on from one station to another. So there's like a conveyor belt. If they die as a bacteria, they will become frog or a snake or a different species, the soul will go. Then later on they will become humans, and then they will come to conjunction. Then they love Kṛṣṇa, then they can go liberation.
So there is no concession sitting in the body of devotees.
A devotee becomes a nitya siddha, like sannyasis or some acharyas. So if they can deliver so many coming into their shelter, so that devotee will get benefit of being in the body of such an exalted devotee. They will get benefit. But intentions are also required. If a devotee is taking the shelter of Guru Maharaj, but his intention is not to surrender, so he cannot get Krishna Prema. So Guru can help him to grow, but if he disconnects from Guru's intentions and he pushes his own intentions, he cannot grow. Similarly, bacteria are not in intentions of getting Krishna Prema. So intention is also, so they will get a human form because they have the body of exalted devotee. But we can't say that they will get a Krishna Prema. Because for Krishna Prema, you have to do efforts. Krishna Prema.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare
Thank you so much. I think we need one full day for this question and answer. So a lot of question and answers, and thank you, Prabhu, for that. It is truly worth waiting 1 year for you, Prabhu. Such a power-packed class, and you keep feeding us and we keep drinking the nectar. So thank you so much, Prabhu, for again. So we just have few announcements. So as Prabhuji mentioned, so from tomorrow evening onwards, we'll have 1 week Bhagavad Gita. So it will be in Hindi. So Prabhu will be taking us to Vrindavan to speak about the book Bhagavatam and the person Bhagavatam as well, the 6 Goswāmis. So we are all eagerly waiting for you, Prabhu, to hear from you. And the good news is we are having a translation also in English, so which will be done by Sachidulal Prabhu. He'll be doing through Teams in a separate room. Separate room? Yeah, without any interference. So definitely it will be a better professional way. So you will not miss. Definitely we will miss directly hearing from you for those who do not understand Hindi. But we can do a better translation so that you get the essence. So yeah, please if you can come for the 7 days if possible. It's a bit stretched, but it is worth. So we'll have to wait 1 more year. Otherwise, so it's in Morley from 5:30 every day. So from tomorrow, Saturday to Friday. So please come and please make all the efforts to attend it. So Prabhuji will be giving morning Bhagavatam class tomorrow. He will be speaking on Caitanya Charitamrita. Not sure if you're continuing from where we stopped, Prabhu. So yeah, please, if you want to hear from Prabhu again tomorrow morning at 7:30 in the temple, please come, and then you'll have a breakfast.
Send a message to everybody else also to attend tomorrow.
Yeah, it's in the group. Your name is in the group. And then Prabhuji will also be giving Sunday feast class on Sunday at 11 o'clock in the temple. So all these classes are connected. So please don't miss any classes. Yeah, so we want to thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for your kind time and association, very enlivening association, and giving us so much your wisdom to us. So we are really, really thankful and grateful for you, Prabhu. So we wanted to thank you, Prabhu, for loudly chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you. And there is some muffins which Rashmi Mataji has made. So please come and get it from Prabhu.
Hari Bol, Rashmi Mataji ki jai.
And also for those who have not had prasadam, there are some prasadam boxes kept. Please come and take the prasadam.
जीवन में भक्ति और शांति का संचार करना चाहते हैं तो देर किस बात की, जुड़िए हमारे YouTube चैनल कृष्णा टीवी से, जहां आपको मिलेंगे भक्तिमय वीडियोस, प्रेरणादायक भागवत कथाएं और अनमोल आध्यात्मिक ज्ञान। तो अभी सब्सक्राइब करें और हमें फॉलो करें एवं अपने प्रियजनों के साथ ये दिव्य यात्रा साझा करें और आध्यात्मिकता की ओर कदम बढ़ाएं। हरे कृष्णा।